Welcome to ISTE Day 1. And we haven't even opened yet, but we've got everything set up. I think we look pretty good. Now we're just waiting for people, right? Day 1, I always feel really pumped because I've got a lot of energy, I've got a lot of anxiety. So I'm really excited. Everybody here is super anxious and excited too. There's tons of people and a bunch of vendors. Everybody's just hoping to meet and greet new people and to show off all the cool things that they have, their cool products, their cool services. I think I saw a robot dog earlier. I'm going to see if I can get a video of that. I'll show you what it looks like. Day 1, super excited. Hey, it's Charles from Foxit. We're back from ISTELive, or ISTELive23 from Philadelphia. Now that I've had a little bit of time to kind of absorb everything and really think about what that conference was like, I wanted to give you some of my thoughts. So here is an exhibitor's view of what ISTE23 was like for us. Hi, I'm Charles from Foxit.
And I'm Megan.
And on behalf of us and everybody at Foxit, we want to thank you so much for visiting our booth here at ISTE.
It was so great seeing you out today.
That's true. Day 1 was incredibly overwhelming because there are just so many people and there are so many vendors. The exhibit hall is absolutely humongous and it is wall-to-wall technology, which if you're a tech geek like me is super exciting. But it can definitely get to you. So day 1 is just full of excitement and adrenaline. Everybody's energy levels are just way up here. I definitely spent the entire day as if I'd had way too much coffee. A couple of the standouts were probably LG, that had a booth that was 2 stories tall, and the top story actually had tables and chairs, and people were actually up there in like a balcony area looking down, and that was really impressive for me. But honestly, everybody's booth was really exciting because there were robots. And honest to goodness, robots, those little robot dogs that you've seen probably in other YouTube videos, they were there. There were a small army of drones that flew around in like a synchronized dance, which was really impressive. They looked like those drones out of that Spider-Man movie. And LG had robots that would go up and down the classroom. I'm not exactly sure what those do or how they work, but they were really impressive. I think they're supposed to be like teaching assistants. The other big draw at the conference was AI. The sudden rise in AI technology has not only affected technology as a whole, but of course has affected technology in the classroom. And if you'd like to learn more about that, we actually have a webinar happening this month. I'm going to put a link in the description below. Be sure to check that out. It is a free webinar, and it's all about how AI is affecting higher education. And of course, the other big draw at the exhibit hall was software. That's where we come in. They had software that handled just about everything you could imagine for schools. Everything from classroom learning, curriculum, to organization. I mean, you name it, and it was there in one capacity or another. All you had to do is walk up and down the exhibit hall and visit people. Being able to talk to people, even if just for a few seconds, to just explain who we are and what we can offer really meant a lot to all of us. So to everybody who stopped by an exhibitor to say hi, even if you didn't know who they were, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. Today is day 3 at ISTE, and I'm exhausted. So the energy levels today are different than they were the other 2 days. And that's not to say people aren't excited. People are still excited to be here, but you can tell people are starting to get tired, like people's feet are starting to hurt. My feet definitely hurt. And I think that 3 days is like the perfect amount. If we had gone 1 more day, I think most people would be just dragging themselves from place to place. First impressions are, this was a very successful conference. This was a very interesting conference. It was very neat. The level of technology here is astounding. I think someone here told me that there were about 17,000 people in attendance here, and that's humongous. And there are hundreds and hundreds of exhibitors. Each one has something to show off. a lot of amazing technology. If you're interested at all in education technology or just technology in general, boy, this is certainly the place to be, I'll tell you what. Ah, yes, day 3. And this is honestly the truth for anyone who's ever attended a conference or a convention of any kind, be it for cars, for comic books, or for education. Day 3, even though it's just a half day, that can be tough to get through. And I tend to need a lot more coffee than I did the first 2 days.
That is unexpectedly hot. Jeez, that's good. Thank you for making this with such love.
It's starting to get painful walking up and down, walking back and forth, standing in one spot, waiting for people to come by. And things start to feel repetitive. You come back into the exhibit hall, and on day 1, it was so overwhelming and so huge. And now on day 3, it seems a little bit smaller. And you're starting to realize you're passing by a lot of the same booths multiple times. Thankfully, day 3 was when ISTE had their raffles and their contests. So that kept people excited. They had raffles going out throughout the entire day. We had raffles at our booth. There were other booths that had raffles going on or some kind of contest. So for those who were looking to win a lot of really cool free stuff, day 3 was definitely the right day for that. Plus you had exhibitors who were getting ready to close down and they didn't want to go home with all the stuff they brought with them. So they were more than happy to give you all kinds of freebies. Like if they had t-shirts that they were giving away, please take 2 or 3. We don't want to fly home with this, so please take it. We're only here until 2:30 today, so it's just a half day, and then we're done. That's the end of ISTE for us. So I'll be back when this is all over, and I'll let you know my final thoughts and how everything turned out. So, final thoughts. Is ISTE worth attending? I would say yes, absolutely. It is absolutely worth attending, regardless if you are a tech junkie like me, or if you're just an educator and you want to know what the latest and greatest is. You don't even have to really understand it to still enjoy everything that's there. Obviously, they have presentations that happen throughout the day. There are learning courses and other things and events happening throughout the entire day for every attendee. It's super, super exciting. But as a vendor, as an exhibitor, I can tell you that yes, it is absolutely worth showing up and coming into that exhibit hall and saying hi to us and really seeing what's new. And taking a moment to think about not only what these things are, but how they could benefit you and your school or your classroom in the future. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick look into ISTE. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you attended this year, or if you've ever attended, or if you've attended any technology education conference. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what your experience was like. What conference did you attend? Did you enjoy it? Did you win any contests? Did you come home with a bunch of swag? Or did you learn something really exciting that you can't wait to implement in your classroom? Whatever it is, make sure to leave comments down below. Let's start a conversation. I'm going to be down there in the comments, replying as often as I can. If you want to reach out to us on other social media, there are links down below. You can find us online. Just look for @FoxitEDU. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and then click on another video to watch, because that's how the algorithm works. And also don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time here. I'm Charles from Foxit. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.
Thanks so much. Bye.